Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in this video I'm going to do a different kind of comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra and the LG V60. Basically, I want to focus on 5 things that the LG V60 has that the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra does not have. This doesn't mean that I think the LG V60 is the better phone. I just wish it had more features. The S20 had more features because it does have a very high price tag of $1,400, and the LG V60 here is a $900 flagship smartphone that does compete with the S20 Ultra toe-to-toe, except for a few little features. But anyway, let's dive in and talk about the 5 things I wish the S20 Ultra had that the LG V60 does have. Alright, let's dive in. Alright, so the very first thing I want to talk about has to do with the dedicated Google Assistant button. So as you know, on the Samsung Galaxy S20 series, we have a volume rocker and we have a side key that doubles up as a power button and a Bixby button, which is great. But instead of acting as a Bixby button, which a lot of people simply do not use, it's better off being able to use it as a Google Assistant button. We don't even have that option built into the software. Now with the LG V60, we actually have a dedicated Google Assistant button. So we have the volume rockers right over here, all right, here and here. We have the Google Assistant button, and then we have a power key. So power off right over here, double tap to wake, and then over here, if I grab the phone, press the button once, hey, what's the weather in New York? And I can use Google Assistant as you can see. All right, so that's fantastic. Now the good news is I don't have to press and hold this. I just press it once and start talking right into Google to get information that I need from the assistant. So that's one thing I really love on the LG V60 that I wish this phone had also. And if not a dedicated button, at least allow me to program the Bixby key as the Google Assistant button. Now, Bixby used to be nice in the very beginning, but lately it's just pretty useless even for me. Now, one more thing I really like about the LG V60 is the way you can customize the area around the actual notch. Now, this has a hole punch. This has a teardrop notch. Let me show you what it looks like in reality. Because the wallpaper is hiding some of it. So if I go over here, we have this amazing little option. It's known as the new second screen. So this area right over here, LG uses as a second screen area where you do have some of these information over here, okay? So when I go inside here, that's what we have. We have a notch, but what we can do is we can customize it. If you have it standard, it's gonna look just like this. So that's not too bad, but I don't like notches too much. But then I am getting these customization options to make it actually look nice. And honestly, I wish I had a similar option even on this phone to customize this area slightly based on my needs. So look, you can go to custom, all right, and you can go through all these various options. This is the one that hides it, not a big deal. You can do the same thing over here. This one right over here doesn't hide it, but it grays out the corners, but you still get information on the top. The real estate is not wasted. But here's my favorite options, these two. This one, and this one. The reason is because it almost makes it look like there is no notch because it kind of fades it out to the sides. So this one actually looks much nicer than a regular notch you would find on the iPhone where it's impossible to fade this area in and out. I think this looks great, especially with a wallpaper like that. You tell me what you guys think. I mean, this looks like there's actually no notch, and this area here still is not wasted. Now on this phone, if I were to go into settings, and if I were to go into display, and if I were to go all the way to the full screen applications, I can hide the notch. I can go to advanced settings, I can say hide camera cutout, but that's what we're gonna get. There's again nothing wrong with that. It's an option you have. Now let me go back in here. That's the same as this one, okay? But this one simply looks better because I'm still using the area here. I'm using the sides. The real estate is in fact not wasted, but here it shifts everything down, all right? So that's an option. I wish more customization options were available here around the whole cutout, which is interesting because Samsung is the king of customization, all right? Let's move on to the next thing. All right, so number 3 that I wish the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra had is if you look at the back over here, you'll see that we have a large camera bump which has significant protrusion. And if you look over here, we have actually a flat camera module. So when I grab this phone and I put it on the table just like this, all right, and if I tap here, there's some significant wobbling on the actual smartphone. Now when I grab this one right over here, let me just unlock this, unlocked already. So if I put this on the table, it's just flat, all right? So there's no wobbling effect anywhere I tap on the screen. Now that's something I've been looking at a lot of phones, and it's something that I appreciate. So look at the flatness over here, but when I grab this one, you can see that there's a lot of space at the bottom here. So I do wish the S20 Ultra had a flatter camera module like the LG V60 ThinQ. So we all know that the age of the headphone jack is coming to an end, but here we have the LG V60. This is a flagship smartphone. It actually still has the headphone jack at the bottom. And if you look at the S20 Ultra, obviously they have done away with that. Now the reason I would prefer to have the headphone jack over not having it is this. So over here, I purchased these a while ago. They were very expensive wooden headphones. And as you can see, it has a headphone jack, okay? It's got real high quality. It's got the headphone jack. And what I like about the fact, even though I can put an adapter here and plug this in, I prefer to have a plug and play option. This goes right inside and I'm good to go using my expensive headphones. Now with this one, I have to take that one extra step and add an adapter and then plug this in, all right? So just so you know, that's one thing I wish the S20 Ultra had. It's not a huge deal, but looks like it is still doable on a flagship smartphone. So the final thing I want to talk about has to do with the fact that you have this accessory here, the LG dual screen accessory. Basically, you put the, let me grab this, you grab this phone, put it inside, and now you got dual screens. Now, in the past, when you bought a Samsung Galaxy device, you were able to also buy a Gear VR headset, which allowed you to use the Samsung Galaxy smartphones as a virtual reality smartphones. Now, that option has been eliminated, but here we have an option you can purchase if you want. It's there, which gives you some really unique and cool functionality. So I grabbed this one. You have to buy this separately. It's a couple $100, and then you put this inside right over here. Pops right in, okay? And then it becomes a dual screen smartphone. So now I can multitask very easily. So I press this button, I tap on turn on dual screen, and basically what I can do is you can do a lot of things, but I just want to show you the basic functionality that I'm really loving. So I can go over here, I can launch the calculator, and let's say I was on a website here, I'm trying to do some kind of calculations. You'll notice that I can do that so easy. Let's say I'm on a website, I'm looking at some numbers, and I want to do some mathematics over here. It's so easy to do by looking over here and then looking over here, okay? And again, I can also be playing a video. I can go over here, play some kind of video on this side as I'm browsing the web. Listen to news as I browse the web. Not a big deal, but you can do it. The option doesn't come out of the box, but you can buy the option and make it possible. Like I said, in the past, the Samsung devices gave us an option like this. You know, we got a VR headset, different functionality, but still available if you are willing to spend some money. With this one, you have that option. The dual screen is a pretty cool little thing. I wish every phone in the market had the option. Doesn't have to come like this, but it's nice to have the option. All right, so that brings us to the end of this video, and these are the 5 things I wish the Samsung Galaxy S20 series also offered just in case. Now, don't get me wrong, as an overall package, I think the S20 Ultra is obviously better than the LG V60. That's why I use it as my daily driver. But if it had those features as well, it would be just untouchable. And of course, I know there are people out there that are wondering, you know, some people might be looking to buy this, and some people are comparing with the Galaxy S20 Ultra, and they're very comparable smartphones. They're both flagship. This one is much cheaper, $900, $1,400. So if you're in the market, you can look at these things and make a better informed decision. Add this information to your research. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. For now, have a fantastic day, all right? By the way, let me know down below in the comments which one you like better, the LG V60 or the Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. Alright, so if you found this video useful, make sure to subscribe to SAKITECH by clicking that button, and also click that bell icon on the side to make sure you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you do use Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, you can follow me at SAKITECH Online to get the latest updates as well. Alright, have a fantastic day.